Welcome everybody, it's Mr. B here. Today we have a guide to finding the chainsaw and all of the fuel. There are 9 fuel locations that I've found on the map. Now 3 of those locations are in caves, but the other 6 are above ground. Now the developers have said in a previous patch that they'd fixed an issue where fuel cans would respawn, so you would basically have infinite fuel. Now the respawn that they hadn't fixed was in a tent. So that was one that they had missed. However, none of the fuel locations, with the exception of one, which I'll come to in a minute, are actually in tents. The one that is in tent is the one with the chainsaw, and that's in one of the caves. Now, if you've watched my previous video, I've confirmed that they don't respawn, so there is fuel in another tent somewhere. Where it is, I'm not sure. I've been all over the map, and I certainly can't find it. So if you know where this location is, please drop me a message in the comments, and I'll let everybody else know. So here's the map we're working with today. We're starting at number 1, we're moving to number 9, obviously, that's the way numbers work. Number 6 is where you'll find the chainsaw itself with a couple of fuel cans. So what we're going to do is we're going to work our way through these one by one, and I'm going to show you where to go and what you'll see when you get there. So let's get started. The first fuel location is found in a cannibal village at the bottom east of the map. So we head directly east, right as far as we can go until we hit the coast. And if you're familiar with the map at all, it's near one of the gun locations or gun part locations. There's also a familiar part right here where you can see there's an old boat there. So here's the gun part coming up. There you go, there's some more view to see if you can recognise that part of the map. And there's the gun part that we're looking for. Let's have a look over the coast and see if you can recognise the map. But once you get to the gun part, just head north. Oh, blueberry bush. Fill up while we're here. You see the hut? This is a special hut. And there's the fuel cans. That's just a can of juice. 2 fuel cans in this hut. And there's where we are on the coast. Let's head back to the hut and have a look at the map. See where we're heading next. So we're heading to number 2, which is a cave, and it's near the cockpit. If you know the map, this cave is often called the ATANA cave. So just head through this village and head northwest. And ignore any cannibals. Yeah, there we go. Ignore any cannibals. Now when I do these guides, I actually start a new game. Now, every time I've come along here, there he is. There's a red cannibal up on the hill. If you don't know who the red cannibal is, I'm not going to spoil the story for you, but there he is. Don't try and run up there after him, you'll never find him. When you see these 2 rocks, just run between them, and the cave will be right in front of you. There, it's there. So let's have a look at the map again to see where we are. There's number 2 there, and as you can see, the lake's to our right. Let's go in and find these fuel cans. Once you get to the bottom of the rope, light a torch. Finding our rope, just climb straight up here. Now, to the right here is an armsy. Ignore it. We're going left. Follow these wooden boards you'll see lying on the floor. Just follow them round. Through all the narrow little nooks and crannies. You hear the armsy sounding like he's getting close by. Just again, just continue to ignore him. He's not coming towards you. You'll see some fingers on the roof, and that's you nearly there. And here we go. There's a katana on the floor. Oh, we got the passenger manifest, fantastic. And there's our fuel cans as well. So these are very easy to get, these fuel cans. Let's head back out. So again, it's just back through the way we came. Past the lovely fingers dangling from a roof. Very eerie, these caves. One thing that scared me about the game to begin with was caves. Still not keen on going down there. Now that sounds like the armsy's coming towards you, he's not. But just try and stay away from this bit on the right. Yep, stay away from there. Down the rope. Back across. Back up the other side. This cave is fairly easy to get a feel out of. You don't come across any cannibals, so it's fine. But let's see where location number 3 is. Location number 3 is another cannibal village, but it's only 2 huts this time, usually quite quiet. So just head west away from number 2, the cave, until you get to these rocks. Then just head north, up the hill. And there it is. Now it's only 2 huts, and I'm going to go around the back way. There we go. And there's some cannibals. And there's a fuel cans, there's one. Sort these guys out first. Yeah. Axe to the face there, mate. You're ruining my guide. Yeah, you way well backing off. There's number 1. Fuel can. There's another one in that. Lovely. Hungry, are we? Have some axe to chew on. Here we go. Now, as I was interrupted from saying. Yeah, they're both dead. Right, we've got the first fuel can. It was next to the fire. And the other one is in this hut. Do you see it under the table? No, get this table out of the way. There it's there. So that's the second fuel can. Location number 4 is Goose or Geese Lake. Now you want to be heading west. Get to Goose Lake. Skirt along the top of these rocks. Don't fall down, it's a long way down. Just keep going. Just keep going west as far as you can go. Quite so much to say about the forest as we're travelling along. It is beautiful, I've said this in many videos. Just keep going. And going. And going. And then you'll come out to this. No cannibals falling, that's fantastic. Now, those 2 structures that are in the water, you want to get the one that's closest to the rocks here. And there you go, there's a cave entrance. In order to do this one, you will need a rebreather. Now, I've tried it without a rebreather. You die. You just can't do it without a rebreather. So, get a rebreather or ignore this cave if you don't have one. So let's go and do some diving. Wear lovely red and black rebreather. It's slow going to get through this cave. This should be one of the caves or the fuel locations that you go through when you're really stuck and low on fuel, and there's no other locations to kind of pick up. There's one other worse location than this, and this is the one after this. But this one takes a little bit of time. You just keep swimming through. It becomes obvious when you have to swim up the way. Because you can't go any further. And there we go. So we swim straight up now. Oh, it's fairly straightforward. Although it's very dark now. Ah, there's a fire. We are cold and wet. Let's heat up. Let's climb straight down this rope. Now the glow on the water's from the fire. Again, you'll need a rebreather for this part as well. It's fairly easy to navigate. The cave only, or the underwater part of the cave only goes one way. You just keep swimming. Is it stalagmites up and stalactites are down or something? Is that what it is? Anyway. Bit of geology there for you. And this is a cave you'll come to. These poor guys. Just go and look for the tents. And there you go. Another 2 fuel cans. There's nothing much else in this cave, so there's a rebreather tank. There's a rusty axe. Some rope. Yeah, there's nothing much else in here. There are no cannibals in here, obviously, as you can see. So getting back out is just the reverse of where we came in, obviously. There's no quick way out of this one. Straight back through. I want to sing that song, Maria. What's it from? Is it from Captain Scarlet? Can't remember. Maria. There we go. A little bit of singing for you. And this is a cave we come in at first, or the pool we come in at first. So just back in here, straight down. And along. As far as you can go. Straight back out again. So straight back up again to get out. So let's see where we're going next. Location 5 is Lawyer Cave near the containers. To find this cave from GEESE Lake, just head west. Keep going west until you hit the beach. And then look for the containers. Now what you might spot instead of the container, or first, is 2 of those upright sort of spotting tower structure things. Not sure what you would call them. You see them there in the distance? Once you see them, you know you're roughly in the right area. Yep, and there's the containers. And the cave is on those rocks right in front of you. There we go, straight through. This cave is the one you go to as a last resort. You need to fight a number of cannibals to get the fuel in this cave. And this is why they call it a lawyer cave, because there's a briefcase. Their heads are also behind some boards, but we won't go and see them. Just keep heading along this tunnel, and you'll see a rope on your right hand side. Just ignore it. Keep going straight on. These tunnels are really eerie. These are the ones I don't like. Now, as I said, you're going to meet a number of cannibals. 12, 13, 14 cannibals. You're going to fight to get this. And there's some down there. Best thing to do is just get on with it. So this is the reason why you would leave this to the last. Here we go. 2 down there. So let's go and pay them a little visit, get rid of them. Oh, there's 3. As soon as you go onto the deck, hit them, takes them out. Yes. Get him. There we go. Finish this guy off, come on. That's it. Yes. That's him gone. So that's one lot of cannibals gone. I'm going to light a torch up for you all, because it's a lot easier for you to see. That's where the lawyers are, down there. We're not going to go and see them. Water is very, very loud in these caves. So as I was saying earlier, because the fuel's so difficult to get in this cave, it's best to leave it until you have no other choice. All the other fuel locations are fairly easy, with the exception of Geese Lake. But even then it's not too bad compared to this one. Just you need the rebreather, but all the others are fairly straightforward. This one is a pain. Well, there's 2 cannibals. There's 3 cannibals. Just trying to light them on fire with a stick. I'm not behind me. Come on, that's it. He just ran up there and said hello. These sticks don't stay lit for long. Part of the problem, if you put alcohol on them or mix them with alcohol when you're crafting them, they stay lit longer. Three hits with a burning stick should do it. For each cannibal. That's gone out. That can only mean one thing. The Virginia around here somewhere. Babies and Virginias are not too far apart usually. Oh, still one left. Can find babies on their own though. It's just not as common. Torch is going out again. This is quite a large cave. We're not interested in any of it. We're just going to... Oh, another baby. Let's hope we can avoid Virginia. We're just going straight down and there's a pool in front of us. There it's there. Rebreather on, into the pool. You could possibly do this without a rebreather. I'm not so sure this is going to... You're going to be able to do it. If you can, it would just be in no more. And more cannibals. A few cans of... Not too far in this cave. Get rid of these cannibals first. That... Whoa! Almost died there. I hear Virginia. In here. So I haven't been counting the number of cannibals we've been gone through so far. I'm sure it's about 8 or 9. The first lot was 3. I think it was 4 or 5 in the last big cave. There's about 4 in here. Who's doing that? That's usually what cannibals do when they're down. You've almost killed them. As far as I know, they're all dead. With the exception of ones running around. And they don't make those noises. Okay. Is that us? No, keep hearing noises. He just right. Just there's a fuel cans. Let's just ignore that other cannibal. He just run around in circles like he's doing a marathon. So there you go. There's the fuel cans. Back the way we came. Rebreather back on. Back up through this cave. Light the torch so you can see where I'm going. Through the noisy water. Is it stalactites and stalagmites? Mites? Is it mites come down the way and stalactites go, I don't know. Go up the way. Or is it the other way around? Nearly there. Nearly out of this cave. Narrow little tunnels. You know the rope? Amber, nearly at the exit. So let's see what's next. We're going to head for number 6, which is the chainsaw cave. When you come out of the lawyer cave, head for the spotting towers that I talked about earlier. Those 2 structures you can see in front of you. And just run round the beach. That was an effigy. Oh, that's the one with the crayons. Crayons for teeth. Waxy teeth. You'll see this cannibal village in front of you. And some cannibals, obviously. Just head for the village. You want to actually go through the village and you'll see some orange tents. You want to make sure those tents stay on your left. Try not to get a kick in like I'm getting. Come on. Oh, no. Some meds there. This is orange tents. You'll see them there. They're there. When you see them, keep them to your left and just head up the hill. You're looking for a white tent which is there in front of you. Are they still following? Yes, they are. And there you go. There's the cave we're looking for. So let's look at the map again. So there you go. That shows us where we are now. So head into the cave. This cave is fairly easy. There's no cannibals. There's 1, 2, 3 ropes, including the rope you come down on to begin with. I'm not going to light a torch because every time we go down the rope, it goes out. It's just quicker doing it with a lighter. So hopefully you can see everything that's going on. When you get to this pool, this could be the tricky part. You can do it with a rebreather or you can actually do it without. Just head down left hand side until you see a light. There you go. Head towards the light, no pun intended, and then swim straight up. There you go. We're out there. And there's a final rope. Now down here, as you can hear, are 4 babies. There is no Virginia, just the babies. So just bear that in mind. When you get down the bottom here, just go a bit mad with the axe or sword or whatever it is you've got and take them all out. They can do quite a lot of damage, particularly when you've got no armour like I have. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yep, got him. Okay. There's a chainsaw and there's the 2 cans in the tent. Now they used to be over here and here in version 0.60, but 0.61 put them in this tent. I've got too many cans, so I can't take them all. So that's it. Nothing more exciting down here than that. Just climb back up the ropes. Swim along the left hand side. Go along and then back up again. Obviously with a rebreather you'll have a light to be able to see where you're going. Back up this rope. Back up the other rope. And now the final rope to get out of the cave. It's a long way up. So let's have a look at the map and see where we're going next. Number 7 is a cannibal village on the waterfall. Once you come out the chainsaw cave, head southwest just to this little strip of land. You're not heading very far, and the lake is on the right and the ocean is on the left, so just head down to the beach when you can and head just round this beach. Just keep going, and what you're looking for is a river that runs into the ocean. There's 2 of them. You're looking for the very first one, which you'll come across. As soon as you find that, you're turning right and you're heading up the hill. So there's the river there in front of us. So let's turn right. We head up the hill. This is the first level. You'll want to head to the third one. This is the second level. Really nice waterfall actually. And here's the third one. Just go scout round this rock, and as you come up over the hill, the hut you're looking for is the one straight in front of you. You find 2 fuel cans in there. There they're there. As is usual, you'll find some cannibals running about. Oh, there they're there. But let's see where we're going to head to next. So we're now going to head all the way to the west to some beach huts. So just head back the way we came. Ignore any of the cannibals. Head down the waterfall. Right back down to the beach. Obviously ignore the boars as well. Keep going. Once you get to the beach, turn right and head along there until you come to some beach huts. Now you're not looking for the first one or the second one. You're looking for the beach hut that's got 2 sharks lying dead in front of it. You just keep going along. You'll find, I think there's 2 or 3 collections of 2 beach huts. And there we go. And they're in this rock. There's the first one. And the second one's in the rock. See it there? That's it. Take it there. So let's see where the final location is. And there it is, a long way away in the snow. So when you leave the huts, you want to continue along the beach as you were going and up past these rocks. Just keep following them round. Up the hill. Keep going up the hill. You'll find another hill here. There it is there in front of us. Just keep going up that as well. And the other. And you're going to head straight to the base of the mountain. Just keep following this round. Don't be tempted to run along the top of any rocks there. Just keep going. It's a long way, so you're going to run out of energy a lot, so just pace yourself. Keep going. And keep going. And you'll come to a bit like this. Head in there and turn right and follow the rocks along again. You want to keep going until you get to a little path along the rocks, and that takes you up onto another level. It's not too far from here, so just keep heading it and kind of hugging the rocks and you'll come across this. Once you're in this, just hug the rocks to the right and keep going round. And there you go. There's a lake in the snow. The snow lake, I suppose. Just keep heading round. And there you go. Once you get to this river, you know you're on track. The river just sort of stops. It's like a kind of... Actually, it's not a river, it's a lake. Head along here again. That takes you down. And then just hug the rocks to the left again. Keep doing that. Not so many trees up here. It'd be difficult to build a base up here, but it's something I want to do. Again, just keep doing it. Keep going until you come to a V shape like that. That's where you want to be. As soon as you see that, turn right round 180 degrees and you'll see the fuel cans. There they're there. And that's the final 2 fuel cans. So let's have a little recap of all the locations we've been to on the map. Number 1 was a cannibal village away down on the bottom east coast. Number 2 was the ATANA cave near the lake. Number 3 was a very small cannibal village. Number 4 was GEESE Lake. Number 5 was the lawyer cave near the containers. Number 6 is a chainsaw cave near the sinkhole. Number 7 is the cannibal village on the waterfall. Number 8 is the beach huts. And finally, number 9 is in the snow biome near that V part of the rocks that I showed you, but basically in the middle of nowhere. So hopefully this video has helped you find the fuel can locations within the forest map. As the video shows, there's 9 of them, 2 cans in each location, so that gives a total of 18 cans. Unfortunately, the devs have not said what they're going to actually do with the cans in the future, because what they've said is they're not going to respawn, but that maybe means all the fuel's going to run out. So hopefully they're going to do something about that. We'll see in future updates. I'm going to end the video here today, guys. If you liked this guide, please comment, like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's always very much appreciated. And as always, enjoy the forest and be careful out there.